You hear it all the time, right? AGI, artificial general intelligence, is always just around the corner. But is it? Well, one of the world's absolute top AI engineers, Andre Karpathy, has a much more, sober prediction. We're about to break down his powerful reality check on what it's really going to take to get there. Let's dive in. This quote right here, it pretty much sums up his entire perspective. What he's saying is, look, building AGI isn't some kind of impossible magic. The problems can be solved, but it's going to take a ton of hard, disciplined engineering work, not some single lightning strike breakthrough that changes everything overnight.
Okay, so this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If AGI isn't showing up tomorrow, then when? Well, Karpathy offers a timeline that just cuts straight through all the hype.
And his answer isn't a specific date on the calendar. It's a time frame, an entire era. He calls the next phase of AI the decade of agents, which completely reframes this journey from a short sprint to a long, grinding marathon. And this slide really puts it all in perspective. On the one hand, you have the hype, this idea of the year of agents. But Karpathy's reality check, he says we need to be thinking in terms of the decade of agents. And why a whole decade? Because the idea that an AI is ready to be a reliable employee today is, frankly, a fantasy. There are some really fundamental, deep-seated problems that we have to solve first. So, what are these big fundamental issues? Well, today's models have some pretty serious cognitive gaps. For one, they have no continual learning. You can tell it something today and it'll forget it by tomorrow. They're also not truly multimodal. They're still way better with text than anything else. Plus, they can't really use a computer with the kind of flexibility and intuition that a human can. And, this one's a biggie, they're not good at going off the data manifold, which is just a fancy way of saying they struggle with problems that don't look like the stuff they saw on the internet during training. And to really get your head around these limitations, Karpathy has this absolutely brilliant analogy that kind of corrects a huge misunderstanding we all have about how AI is even created in the first place. You know, we often compare AI learning to how animals or humans learn, but Karpathy says that's totally the wrong way to think about it. An animal's intelligence comes from millions of years of evolution, with all these instincts and learning algorithms literally baked into its DNA. But AIs? He calls them ghosts. They haven't evolved. They're built by just absorbing massive amounts of human-generated data from the internet. They're disembodied digital spirits that are just mimicking us. And this quote just nails it. We're not running evolution in a computer. We're creating these ethereal digital beings, and that fundamentally changes what we should expect from them, and more importantly, how they